You ever look up at a building or a bridge and wonder, how in the world do they get up there? Especially those really tricky, awkward spots. Well, today, we are diving into the amazing machine that makes it all possible, the articulated boom lift. Let's get right into it. Okay, so picture this. You need to do a critical repair, let's say 5 stories up. Easy enough, right? Except there's a whole row of trees in the way and maybe a low-hanging roof blocking your path. A straight shot is totally impossible. So how do you get up and over those obstacles? That's the exact puzzle we're going to solve today. And this problem is just everywhere. On a busy construction site, inside a complex factory, or during some kind of tricky installation, there are almost always barriers. Things are always in the way. A straight line is a luxury you rarely have, which makes working way up high not only difficult, but frankly, pretty dangerous. And the solution? It's this beautiful piece of engineering, the articulated boom lift. You'll often hear people call it a knuckle boom, and that name really says it all. It's basically a giant mechanical arm, but with multiple joints, or knuckles, that give it this incredible ability to bend and move around pretty much anything in its path. So, how exactly does this clever design solve our problem of getting up and over things? Well, it's all in that articulation, those knuckles. Let's break down why this is such an absolute game changer. This design really is a game changer. It's not just about reaching high places. It's about being able to navigate the cluttered, messy, complex environments you find on a real job site. But the real genius here? It gives workers a solid, stable platform to stand on, which hugely cuts down on the risks of working at height. Now, one of the biggest names in this game is Genie, and they've developed a whole family of these lifts. And I think it's helpful to think of them not just as machines, but as a team of specialists, where each one is perfectly designed for a very specific kind of mission. First up, we've got the Z80/60. This is the powerhouse, the big one. It's the one you call when you just need sheer incredible height. We're calling this one the high-reach giant. Next, meet the Z60/37FE. Its superpower? Flexibility. It's a fuel-electric hybrid, which means it can handle the tough, rugged outdoor sites and the sensitive indoor jobs. It's our versatile hybrid. Then there's the Z45/25JRT. This is your rugged, go-anywhere machine. It's purpose-built for the mud, the slopes, and all the challenges of an active job site. It's our all-terrain champion, for sure. Now, for a totally different skill set, we have the Z40/23N. With its super slender frame, it's designed to sneak into confined areas where other machines just can't fit. Say hello to the tight space ninja. And finally, the Z33/18. When a job demands absolute precision, maybe on delicate floors or in the absolute tightest of spaces you can imagine, this is the master. It's the ultra-compact specialist. Okay, so we've met the whole team. Now let's organize them into 2 distinct camps to really see where each one shines. We're talking about the outdoor powerhouses versus the indoor precision tools. First up, the outdoor workhorses. This group is our diesel and hybrid models. The Z80/60, the Z60/37FE, and the Z45/25JRT. These machines are engineered from the ground up for those really demanding outdoor environments, where power and traction are everything. So what makes the Z80/60 our high-reach giant? Well, beyond its incredible height, it has what's called an articulating jib. That's like a smaller secondary arm right at the end, for getting into the perfect position. And get this, it has this brilliant X chassis system. Its legs retract so it's easy to transport, then they expand on-site to create this super wide, stable base. The real genius of the Z60/37FE, though, is that hybrid system. This machine gives you the best of both worlds. You get raw diesel power for big outdoor jobs, but then you can switch to a silent, zero-emission electric motor for working inside without all the noise and fumes. It's the ultimate all-rounder. Our all-terrain champion, the Z45/25JRT, is a favorite on construction sites everywhere. Its reliability comes from some key features, like a positive traction system. What that does is automatically send power to the wheels that have the best grip, so you don't slip. You combine that with a self-leveling platform that keeps the operator perfectly level even if the base is on a slope, and you've got one incredibly safe machine for uneven ground. All right, let's head indoors now, away from the mud and into a world of precision. Here we have our two electric specialists, the Z40/23N and the Z33/18. Both are designed for finesse work in tight spaces. The Z40/23N really earns its tight space ninja title with a few key tricks. First, its narrow body lets it drive right down tight warehouse aisles. Second, it has zero tail swing, which means when it turns, the back of the machine doesn't swing out and knock things over. And of course, it's got non-marking tires, so it doesn't leave scuffs all over those nice, finished floors. But when space is really at a premium, you call in the ultra compact specialist. The Z3318 is incredibly lightweight, which makes it safe to use on sensitive floors or even suspended floors in a mall. Its tiny footprint means it can navigate through office buildings and other tight areas where no other lift could even dream of going. So, we've got our team of specialists. The big question is, how do you pick the right one? The most important thing to remember is that it's all about matching the machine to the specific mission you're trying to accomplish. And when it comes to just raw height, the difference is pretty dramatic. I mean, look at this. While the Z45 and Z60 have some serious reach, the Z80/60 just towers over them at more than 85 feet. That's when you really see the giant in its name. This table really lays it all out. When you put the specs side by side, a couple things really jump out. First, just look at the machine weight of the Z80/60. Over 35,000 pounds. You need that kind of mass for stability at that height. And then look over at the Z33/18. Its stowed width is under 4 feet. It's literally designed to fit through a standard double doorway. Okay, one final really important distinction we have to make. We've been talking all about articulated or knuckle booms. They're a different tool from telescopic or straight booms. The articulated boom is your specialist for getting up and over things. A telescopic boom, which just extends in one straight line, is what you'd use for getting the absolute maximum horizontal reach when your path is totally clear. Two different tools for two very different jobs. You know, when you really think about it, the articulated boom lift isn't just a machine. It's kind of a lesson in creative problem solving. It's a physical reminder that sometimes the best path forward isn't a straight line at all. It kind of makes you wonder, what obstacle in your own life could you get past if you just found the right way to go up, over, and around it?